And welcome to 2026 Meet Your Future Send Pathways session as part of our National Careers Week celebrations here at the Combined Authority. I'm Sally. I'm part of the Education Work and Skills team at Greater Manchester Combined Authority. For those of you that sat here and have joined us before, you might be aware that Meet Your Future was launched in 2019 by Andy Burnham, Mayor of Greater Manchester, to give you as young people the chance to meet real employers and explore different career paths. We hope this session inspires you and helps you feel more confident about your future here in Greater Manchester. In today's session, you're going to be hearing from Sam Humphreys, Employment Officer of Pure Innovations. Some of you may have heard of Pure Innovations and some of you as schools may already work with them. So Sam's going to give you an insight into her work and the work that they do. Please make use of the question box for any questions or thoughts you have throughout the session. You'll see this on the right-hand side of your screen, and we'll be publishing any questions that come through. Ask your teacher to put any questions you have in this box and don't be shy, we know you won't be, and we'll cover those in the Q&A session at the end. If you would like to use your captions as subtitles during this event, please select captions subtitles on your video controls. I am now going to hand over in a moment to Sam once we've looked here at this slide, which is MBAC gateways. What your MBAC gateways are in terms of you as young people sat in those school buildings is how you get into the different sectors that are linked on the bottom of this screen that link to your skills, your knowledge and your experience that you're learning in the classrooms and in your school environments. They include construction and the green economy, culture, media and sport, through to health and social care and early years and education. And there's lots more information you can find on these as we talk through this, or use your teachers to help you find those in the end. I'm going to now pass over to Sam, and she's going to introduce herself to you. She's going to explain what Pure Innovations do, and she's going to look at supported internships, and then we will come back to question and answers. Over to you, Sam.
Hi, good morning, everyone. Morning, everyone. So like Sally said, my name's Sam. I'm from a charity called Pure Innovations. And essentially what we do is we provide work experience for people after they've finished education. So, I mean, you can see there in the picture already, you have a young adult there that's at Stockport Interchange, and he did 10 weeks working alongside the staff at that interchange, doing various tasks and jobs. So a little bit more, sorry, next slide, please. A little bit more on who Pure Innovations are. So we're a 30-year-old company. We started with SMBC. We came out of the council in 2005. Like I said, we're a charity, non-for-profit organisation. We support people with SEND needs, disabilities, learning difficulties, autism and mental health, anything that causes a barrier. The organisation helps build confidence, develop life and work skills, gain access to employment through supported internships, job coaching and workplace. So essentially what that means is we work with so many colleges alongside so many colleges. And what the college's job would teach you life skills such as CV writing, interview skills, interview tips and skills, even things like money skills and also travel training. So if there are areas that you're not as confident about, we would help you with that. As you can see there, I've already said that. So travel training, you know, we teach you how to read bus timetables. We support you on bus journeys. It may be journeys that you're not so confident with. Maybe you've never used public transport. We're here to help you with that. And across Greater Manchester, we've got about 16 supported internships. And with that as well, we have 4 pre-internships, which are a little bit more softer, not as intense. So maybe if you find that the idea of a supported internship may be a bit too intimidating, you could always try the pre's first. It gives you a little step into what we do. Next slide, please, Oliver. Oh, sorry. So what is a supported internship? So as you can see there, there's pictures of lots of different interns in lots of different sectors of work. So we have someone gardening, we've got someone working within a warehouse, and we've also got someone assisting in a charity shop. So there's a wide range of different placements, we call them, that you can do. You know, it all depends on what you would say at the beginning of the internship, what you would say you would have an interest in. And as my job, I would try and find a suitable placement that kind of aligns with that wish of yours. So like I said, we work with the college and a host employer. So a host employer essentially means, for me, my host employer is Trafford General Hospital, but we have lots of different host employers. So we have the Trafford Council, we have SMBC, we have Amazon, we have from the top of my head, we have Media City. So there's lots of different places that you can choose from before you even start. As I said, this is for SEND young people, so between the ages of 16 and 24 with an EHCP. An EHCP is an educational health care plan. We do like to advise, though, you know, 16 is such a young age, and we don't want you to drop education just so you can get into work. You've got until you're 24 to start this internship. You don't need to start at 16 once you finish school. If you want to carry on or pursue education, we highly recommend that. So a little bit more about placements. So they are all unpaid. You won't be getting any money, unfortunately. It's more like a work experience placement. So you try up to 3 placements on the course, and that's usually the first one is with the host employer. So for example, I have interns at the moment working at Trafford General Hospital, and those placements usually entail we have someone on stores, which is deliveries, we have someone on sanitization, which is a really important job, which entails you basically being in charge of making sure all these sort of medical instruments and equipment are safely sanitized and ready to be used by the hospital staff. You have support and guidance all the way through. So we don't just push you into a placement. We don't just say, here's your placement, you start at 11, get to work. We have staff available to support you. So if you think you're going to have a bit of trouble with recognizing the tasks or understanding the job role, there'll be someone there for you that can kind of hold your hand through it. The aim of the supported internships is to get a paid job. Now, there's no guarantee, but we kind of pride ourselves in our outcomes. We do really well as a company to get young people paid jobs by the end of the placements. And if you don't get a job, unfortunately, you've still got those work skills, you've still got an idea, you've got a fully working CV ready to go for you to apply for jobs. And obviously at the end, it improves your confidence, it improves your well-being. I mean, currently, not to name names, I have a young person at the minute who's just been offered a contract at a job role. And I mean, in the space of what we started in September, from then to now, from a young person that barely spoke, barely talked to me or his tutor, engaged in class, engaged on placement, he's a different person. And it really does show how much difference just getting a few weeks of work experience working with people makes a difference to you guys. Okay, so kind of brushed on this before. So age 16 to 24, if you are interested in Amazon or the civil service, it would be 18. You have to have an active EHCP. Ability to travel to and from the host site. Now, when you start up, you'll have a meeting with me to talk about your needs, what idea of a job that you have, going through all that. And you can then say, if you are having trouble getting to the host site, we can start travel training there and then if needed. So don't worry too much about that. We want you to have an aspiration to work. We want you to have a desire to work. If you don't want to work, then this isn't for you. And they go at the bottom as well, all our local authority areas. So basically Greater Manchester. We've got Manchester, Trafford, Stockport and Salford there. Okay, so here are your internship sites. So there's quite a few. So you'll probably have one near where you live. So we have the Stockport area that's connected to Pure College. If you've learnt with Trafford and Stockport College, you have the Stockport Hospital, the Amazon, Civil Service, Trafford Hospital and Trafford Council. So, you know, if you want to come see me, I'm at Trafford Hospital. Then again, Manchester College, there's all the sites there, Wythenshawe Hospital, Manchester Airport, Manchester City College, and then Eccles as well. So you've got the Salford Royal Hospital, Salford Council, etc., etc. So yeah, there's lots of different sites. So, you know, usually there'll be a placement or a host employer really close to most people that apply for the internships. Okay, so how to apply. So if you're interested, you can go on the Pure Innovations website, just Google Pure Innovations, it should come up. We're blue, we're always blue, so it's usually a good way to figure out where we come from, where the site is. You can also speak to your college. So if you're at any of the following colleges underneath there, Manchester, Trafford and Stockport, or Eccles sixth form, there's usually a link to the supported internships through their website as well. But the website is there if you want if you want to take a picture or write that down dead quickly. Supported internship inquiries at pureinnovations.co.uk. That's directly to us. Send us an email if you want, and we can get that all started for you guys. And that's it. Thank you very much.
That's amazing. Thank you so much, Sam, for that information. What you will have seen there is Sam talking about obviously what a supported internship is. Now, for some of you that are sat watching, supported internship will be that pathway that you will want to follow or that you'll be interested in, or you'll have friends that are interested in them. As Sam discussed there, kind of Pure Innovations are one of the companies across Greater Manchester that work with us to provide those supported internships. If you're sat in a local authority area and it wasn't mentioned by Sam, that doesn't mean that we don't offer them. That doesn't mean that your local authority doesn't offer them. There are different providers in different authorities across the 10 local authorities. So if you're sat in Bury or Wigan or Oldham or Rochdale, there are supported internship opportunities for you out there within your school, within your colleges and within the local authority. And what you can do is speak to your staff members and ask them those questions. And we're more than happy to answer any of those questions. If you as staff can't answer them, just drop us an email and we will get them through to you. I'm just going to check through and see if there's any questions that are coming through at all. Perfect. So we've got no questions, which is good, which means we can finish slightly early, which means that you can then go and have those questions or those conversations with your staff members in your classrooms that you're sat in now. There's just a couple of websites that I want to draw your attention to in terms of where you can go as pupils to find information, or where you can as teachers go and help your pupils find that, or as your key worker. So we've got GMAX and Beeline. They are both digital tools, and GMAX is the Greater Manchester Apprenticeship and Career Service. It's a website that you can use. You can use it with your parents as well, or your carers. It's there to help you just find information about different pathways, about different areas that you might be interested in. And it links down as well on GMAX into those specific local authority areas that you sit within. But that's not saying that if you're sat in Trafford, you can't go to Manchester. Of course you can. We've got the B network and you've got free bus travel with our pass. You can go to wherever you want to go as long as you are confident in your travel trained. That is why Greater Manchester is such an amazing place to be. If we look at Beeline and the Beeline resources, what Beeline is more of a student facing. So for you as young people, to look at what those MBAC pathways look like. What do those sectors look like within Greater Manchester in terms of hospitality, catering, where Sam mentioned the airport. So we've got construction, the green economy. All of these jobs fall into different sectors. And even if that sector doesn't make sense, or you're not entirely sure what that sector is, so I've just said green sector there, you might be sat there thinking, what on earth is green sector? It involves lots and lots of things around sustainability, environment, but so much wider and far-reaching than just those. And what Beeline will help you do is look and signpost you to find out those bits of information. So do not worry. Beeline, GMAX are there for you to go onto. There are links in the recording that will be shared on the website, and there are links in with your partnership and quality lead as well as schools. I think that is us for this morning. I think it's a nice whistle-stop tour. There are different pathways for you as SEND young people as well, and not just supported internships. We will be doing some other discussions and some other calls like this to explain other different pathways if you think a supported internship is not for you and you want to go down any of the other pathway routes that you're talked about at school. You can follow us, you can see here on Instagram, and you can find lots of different information. So if you just take pictures of theirs or get your staff members to take pictures, we are posting on there and we're posting on lots of information. I think that's all that's left for me to say in terms of it's good to see you. If you want more behind the scenes of what we get up to, look there, as I say, on those pages. And all that's left for me to say is thank you so much for joining us, and we hope to welcome you back again soon.